Okay, ladies, time to get started. Last week, I got Island Indigo and Sprinkles of Life. So that's my color in my stamp set. I am specifically going to be using the, basket looking piece down here, the flowers, this strip of stems, and the little tiny flower for this one. I have a piece of Whisper White that's 2.5 by 2.5, a piece of Island Indigo that's 3 by 3. I have my 2 pieces of 4 by 5 1/4, one for the inside and one for the outside in Whisper White. I have my card base that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I have my envelope. I'm also going to be using a blender pen. If you don't have the markers, this is a great way to do some coloring using the inks without having the marker. These come 3 for, I believe it's $10, so great deal. So we'll be playing with that. I have my glue, Tombow glue. I have Dimensionals up here, I forgot to pull out. I have my bone folder, and I have scissors in case I need them. So we're going to get started. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of white that's 2.5 by 2.5. I'm going to take my, I need a scrap piece of paper. Let me grab one real quick, because I'm going to be doing some off stamping. Okay, I'm going to take my basket, and I'm going to stamp that on my white in the center. All right. Then I'm going to take my flowers, and this has been well loved, as you can see, with the black. And I'm going to stamp it. Oops, I want to off stamp it because I want it lighter. So I'm going to off stamp it so it's lighter. See how you got 2 different colors there? All right, now we're going to play with the blender pen. What you want to do is you want to squeeze your pad, close it and squeeze it so that you put ink in the top of your lid. Then you're going to take a blender pen, and because you can use the 3 over and over, like I'll take one and I'll have one in red, one in yellow, and I just use it for any red, and I just scribble it till it is clear. And then you're going to take and you're going to pick up some, and I'm going to do some simple coloring like so, to add a little bit of oomph to my picture. When you get low on ink, you go back to your well and get more. More. Okay, I'm going to add some darker color here with the berries. Think about that. As you can see, you can do quite a bit of coloring with this. I'm going to pick up some more and scribble some off. That's how you can get a lighter color if you need it. I may have scribbled too much off though. It's a berry. All right, there we go. Now, I always scribble mine till it runs clear before you put it away. It's just better to do that because then you don't have, it doesn't go all the way up in there, because once it does, I don't know if you could get it out. So, as you can see, look at that. You got lots of variation in there and color just using a blender pen and the lid. So there's something to try. All right, now I'm going to do the bottom of my front of my card. So I'm going to take my flowers and I'm going to ink it up and off stamp it, and I'm going to stamp it across the bottom. Okay, and that worked out perfectly, so I'm going to stop there. Now I'm going to add my flower to the top, and because this is photopolymer, you get an idea of where to stamp, and I'm doing full strength on these so that we get some variation. I sometimes wish we had a smaller block than this. A tiny block would be great. As you can see, I'm getting ink all over it, so I have to be careful not to rock it. Almost done. Okay. Now, I will finish the inside of my card and my envelope the same way as this. Okay, time to put our card together. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our glue and we're going to put some on the back, And we're going to put this on our card. Our base, I'm going to use my little bone folder to spread that glue out. Ooh, a little too far. Okay. Now I'm going to put glue on the back of this. And I should have folded my card first. I'll fold my card on my score line and give it a nice burnish. I know I opened it back up, so what's the purpose of doing that? I like to be able to see that line really clear when I'm putting this down for making sure that it's centered. Okay. Spread that glue out a little. All right, now I'm going to add some dimensionals on the back of this. And I use half pieces, so I'm going to add some half pieces, but I got to cut some. All right, so I'll use this piece. And that. There's that. Then I'm going to put one here and one over here, just to give it a little bit more support in the center. Let me take these off. And I'm going to open up my card and put this down. Now, I'm going to take there. Well, that's crooked. Goodness gracious. Why didn't you tell me it was crooked? Is it? Yeah, it is. But what's crooked? The bottom is crooked. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it up. I'll work on it slowly. Did you know that if you do something like this and you get it on there crooked, if you take it over to your heat tool and heat it, it pops right off and then you can put it back on. You might have to put more glue or more dimensionals on there, but that saves so much. All right, so there's our card. Now, you want to bling it up a little bit. You can add some bling. You could put some Wink of Stella on there. We even have an ombre ribbon in this color that would look so cute up here in the corner. I hope I inspired you today. Pull out your sets and have some fun playing. See you next week.